Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel. And today I want to go right into it. I'm going to be taking you to a exclusive with Samantha Markle, and she's speaking out on talkRADIO here right on YouTube. He has 93.5 thousand subscribers, and I'd love for you to just take a peek at something that Meghan Markle's sister is speaking about. Hopefully there's not going to be a ton of ads. If there is, I'll probably try to skip forward for you. If not, we'll suffer through it. Okay, so let's see. And remember, this is for entertainment only, and I can only play you a little bit of the snippets of this broadcast, but it is not my own, of course, and it's Meghan Markle Speaks Out. It's an exclusive.
The plan seemingly when, before they had Archie, and, at least, of course, from our media perspective, that never came
The
up.
thing is, Sam, that's really interesting to me, though. You say away from the public eye, but we've obviously spoken many times in the past, right? And you know Meghan's background. And I also have reported on Meghan now for a number of years. Meghan has never wanted to be someone, has she, who wants to escape the public eye. Her goal was always becoming very famous.
Well, exactly, and, it's such a contradiction in terms on, one side of one's mouth to claim, the goal of being private and having a quiet life, while at the same time, pitching Disney and going to red carpet events and planning a global empire with products and, millions of dollars, an estimated $400 million in, just a 5-year period. It just seems very grand, placed next to a quiet private life. The two don't really intersect. I know for some people they can, but yeah.
Now, let me stop right there and say she's exactly right. And it's what everyone is basically talking about in different levels and zones, is that it's really kind of a contradiction in saying that you just want to be private with Archie, you want to be private with the prince, and you want to have just, your own life, but yet you're in a royal situation. You're actually in, and you actually married into the royal family. So it's actually absurd to even try to explain how you want to be private. And here you are taking private jets and staying at $1 million mansions that someone is lending you. It doesn't matter if you're renting or not. It's the fact that your excessive spending was far blowing your expectations in terms of the Duchy of Cornwall. This Duchy of Cornwall is for Prince Charles to dish out to members of the royal family, his sons and their wives and kids, those that are paid to represent the royal family in different countries and different events. So when you're just buying and taking the money and buying like you're in Hollywood at a premiere, well, and then you cry, I want to be private and a private person because I don't want to show you my baby, or I don't want to explain to you what I'm doing in terms of merching and working deals with other designers, and I just want to be able to do what I want to do, and I want that royal, I want that royal dime, I want that paycheck from the Cornwall Duchy. I'll give up the 5%, the little paycheck, but I want that Cornwall Duchy because, I deserve it somehow, and that I'm a duchess. And you're the duchess of what exactly if you leave and abandon the country that is hiring you, paying your way to be able to represent them? Let's tune in on what else Samantha Markle has to say for another minute or so.
I feel as though the need for privacy came at a time when there was a lot of public scrutiny and criticism, and it was then and only then were those issues raised. For example, when they were prancing around, in the very beginning of all this, and things were very cozy and friendly, then, nobody was criticizing her then, and it was comfortable, and there was no I want privacy. There was no, the world stage was theirs, and it seemed like they were enjoying it. So,
and the Meghan that you knew when she was an actress wanted to be famous.
Well, of course, I think that was her goal then, and perhaps, as we get older, I'm not defending her, but as we get older, or she did, perhaps she wanted a family, and she at one point may have thought, it's time to have a little bit of a quiet life, but it doesn't seem the appropriate time as you enter the duties of something as high profile and structured as being a member of the royal family.
Now, let me stop right here and interject my lovely thoughts. Is that, again, I get what Samantha Markle's saying. She's saying that, perhaps Meghan early on, she wanted to be a huge star. It's kind of the immature thought that you can conquer the world when you're a lot younger, although it's a good thought. It has good basis, because especially if you want to do good in the world. However, perhaps over her 40-something year lifetime, I know, she's supposed to be 37. But over the course of her 38 to 45 years on this planet, she has a little bit become jaded due to acting and all those little things. You think of Harvey Weinstein. Not that we hear that Meghan and Harry Weinstein have ever met. Maybe they have, maybe they have not. We don't have anything surfacing yet to pertain to her association with him. However, I'm sure that the uber wealthy run in the same packs. So she could have crossed paths with him. But we don't know that because we don't see any photos with her and him to kind of substantiate that thought. But my opinion and my gossipy, thirsty mind says that, through parties and introductions, perhaps they cross paths, but he doesn't have a use for her, or she's not ready, or maybe she wasn't willing to partake in certain things. I find that hard to believe, but I believe that she has some type of standards, but they are in question today. Taking on the royal family and picking the last eligible prince in the royal family for a minute is huge. And then to think that she can just walk away, which is not impossible, but it's very absurd and embarrassing for everybody who loves the royals and what they stand for, and those of us who are interested in the royals and understand what they stand for, and then those who think that she was in it to win it for life. And I really don't see that because, it's like 8 out of 10 marriages end in divorce. Something crazy like that. And Britain may have other statistics. But in my thoughts, I'm thinking, really, she is so intelligent, according to people that her friends say, or her mom says. Your mom thinks you're great. Everybody's mom thinks they're great, right? But in reality, she pretends to be or assumes to be very intelligent and very cunning. So then why are we allowing, anybody to say, well, she made a mistake and, oh, she didn't think it through? I think she probably thought deeply on it, considering there's proof on the internet and proof in articles and journalists that have reported that she herself, as a young kid and teenager, and there's photos, receipts to back that up, people, that she studied the royal family and that she bought books and it was her obsession. It's probably her guilty pleasure. And just like she and Prince Harry and the royals in general are my guilty pleasure. I enjoy following and picking through the rubbish of all that they're doing. And it's good, clean entertainment. It's good, clean fun. And it's interesting. At the bottom, at the most simple, it's interesting. So let's tune back in to see a little bit more of what Meghan Markle's sister has to say.
So that perhaps should have been considered much earlier.
Correct.
And maybe if she didn't dive in head first, it would be less disruptive and hurtful to so many.
Now, of course, Samantha, you and Meghan share a father,
keeps cutting her
Thomas
off.
Markle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meghan has decided to sever her ties with your dad altogether. How's he coping with that? Because regardless of the rights or wrongs, that's a pretty devastating thing for any dad to have to go through. How's he coping with it?
It's crazy. It's really crazy to me, paralleled with this now exodus and, the idea that they didn't like the media talking about them. They don't like the media talking at all. They want this privacy. And yet, allegedly, we've heard that
Definitely something deep is going on.
Bringing directed at the royal
It's a
family,
rabbit hole, people.
And they've been talking to the press, allegedly, or their friends have, by report. And so, this idea that, if allegedly, if we don't get what we want, we're going to do an exclusive interview. Now, mind you, we don't know how much is believable in the media. We weren't privy to those conversations.
Correct.
But that's what it seems like. And so the very thing that she allegedly was willing to disown a father who had given her everything for, she herself is doing to the royals and going so public about it and being willing to.
Well, I think I want to end this here in terms of this particular talk radio exclusive with Samantha Markle. Check this guy's channel out. I'm not familiar with it, but I came across it and I thought while I'm making my video for this evening to include it. It's he does interrupt her, but he does ask great questions of her, and it's 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes, speaking with her on, again, the channel is Talk Radio. You can see that here. Go over, listen to the interview in its entirety. I will myself do that separately. And I hope you enjoy this evening, and I hope you enjoyed the little bit of video that I shared with you today, and hopefully you find Samantha Markle's interview very, kind of solidifying what everyone else really is feeling. You have her sister allegedly saying that she wants privacy and she gets on planes and she's traveling everywhere and anywhere and she's going to all these organizations, and it just seems like, why? Why? If it's going to be going to the organizations and just showing yourself, again, for an appearance, the public wants to know, did you get a check for that? Are you putting that towards your quote-unquote charity? Is that even legal? Is it a nonprofit? Is it a for-profit? What is the charity anyway? Is it like Hillary and Bill Clinton's charity or organization? That doesn't really seem like a charity, but sometimes with businesses, especially huge, big money businesses, you can set up a business and have many other small businesses that are involved in it, and you own them all. You are, involved in them all, whether you're on the board or whatever. You're hiring other people to do the duties, but you're in the background, supplying the funds or again, on the board or, an advisory. So there's so many aspects that we can't even begin to know unless we get into deep, deep research and discover those things on our own. So I'd like to end this video, but I will be back, and I hope you enjoyed it. Again, these are my opinions. You're scrolling the internet with me. We are surfing the web, people, for details and information and articles and laughs and photos that are all collected from the public domain. They're free for anybody to see. It's not special. If it's out there and it's circulating, then it's out there and it's circulating. And, all is fair in love and war. I would welcome you to subscribe or like this video, and I will be back. Do your own research, please. It helps us all if we all just poke around, share, do our own research, and laugh together. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.